Good afternoon, and thank you for coming. With me this afternoon are Chief Deputy Tom Wheeler, Captain Steve Glant, and Captain Eric Sellers. At about 7:35 a.m. today, a man entered the quick shop located at 156 in Blondo. A preliminary investigation revealed the man purchased a six-pack of beer and exited the store at about the same time as an on-duty Douglas County deputy entered the store. The store clerk alerted the deputy that the man appeared to be intoxicated. The deputy then exited the store and met with the man, who had stepped into his vehicle, a dark-colored Jeep Cherokee. The deputy, a 9-year veteran of the department, called for backup. Within minutes, a second deputy, a 15-year veteran of the department, arrived on the scene to assist with a possible DUI investigation. As the vehicle door opened, the man exited the vehicle brandishing a firearm. A struggle ensued between the man and deputies. A shot was fired from the suspect's weapon. The deputy fired his weapon more than one time. The suspect was shot more than one time. Neither deputy was struck by gunfire. The suspect is identified as Taylor Richard Culbertson, 32, of Omaha, and he was transported to the University of Nebraska Med Center in critical condition. His current medical condition is unknown at this time. Culbertson was the subject of a June 8th law enforcement bulletin, which we've passed out to you for an officer safety alert. We're still in the process of conducting our investigation and will provide additional information when the investigation is complete. Both deputies involved have been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. This incident is another reminder of dangers law enforcement officers face every day. Training is key to survival, and the initial facts of this case show that deputies use their training skills to survive. I'd be happy to answer any other questions you might have. We plan to have a follow-up press conference as this investigation becomes complete, but we're still searching the vehicle. Many things that just have to be covered, witnesses and so on. So be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Sheriff, you said that more than one shot was fired.
Correct.
How many shots were fired? Do we know?
That's still under investigation.
And you said critical condition, but we don't know his current condition. Transported critically, but we don't know.
As far as we know, he's still in critical. We haven't been told any different.
Okay.
Sheriff, can you confirm to us that the suspect tried to fire a shot and then the gun jammed?
It's the gun that we found at the scene that came from him appeared to be jammed. The next round that was ejecting up into the chamber didn't eject, so we assume it was jammed.
And did that ultimately save the deputy's life, the fact that it did jam like that?
Quite possibly.
Can you give us more information about the interaction between the officers and Culbertson when the officers approached him? Did he point a gun directly at an officer, or? Yes,
the 8-year veteran, he pointed the gun directly at him. The deputy, from what we can put together at this point in time, was able to move the gun away from his direction.
Did he touch it, like move it?
Don't have all that complete yet, but that's what we kind of believe that's what took place.
Okay, and do you know where the guy was pointing his gun when he fired?
Did he fire? Yeah, he.
No, I'm saying, do you know where, which officer or in what direction he was pointing his weapon when
he was pointing it at the initial deputy that had encountered him.
And how far away were they? How far?
Pretty close to each other.
Pretty close, within a couple of feet, or?
Yes.
Okay. And can you identify the deputies that were involved?
Not at this time.
I just want to verify, we were told that the suspect did fire around.
Correct.
And then upon the second shot is when the gun jammed?
Yes. Well, you didn't get a second shot off because it jammed.
Right, so he was unable to, I guess, fire.
Right. I doubt that we'll ever be able to determine that he was actually trying to fire a second round. It jammed. Once you fire a round, the next round ejects up into the chamber, and so it didn't. So we don't know. I don't think we'll ever know if he ever tried to fire a second round.
Sheriff, what was the time between when the gun jammed and when the second deputy showed up? How long did the struggle ensue before the second deputy showed up?
Well, it's still under investigation, but it's everything happened very, very quickly.
How dangerous of a situation was this for these deputies this morning?
Well, this is the event in your career that you hope never happens. It's extremely dangerous. If you shoulda, woulda, coulda, you take it in all different directions. The deputy could have been shot, he could have been killed.
How lucky are these deputies that they walked away uninjured?
Oh, I'm very happy that they walk away uninjured, and I'm sure they're going to sleep better tonight with their families, that they're going home unharmed.
Was it luck or was it skill?
You know, I think from the way it's unraveled to me so far, I think a lot of it is skill, and the skill comes from constant training. You know, when we have training throughout the year, our agency goes through about 48 hours of in-service training, and you may hear some groans and moans about having to attend another training session, but I'll bet these two guys aren't ever going to complain, and these aren't the type that would anyway. One was a training officer for a number of years and actually taught deadly force, and so I'm sure he's very thankful for that training.
And does where this occurred have any impact on the outcome of what happened? You close to the sheriff's station.
The response was probably quicker, particularly that time of the morning, so that part's good. The fact that the business had a camera, that's very good, because that'll assist us in our investigation.
And can we get that video?
Not at this time. It's still a piece of evidence that we've got to thoroughly go through, share it with the county attorney and so on, but we do plan to release it at some time.
Sheriff, can you talk to us about Mr. Colbert saying that this bulletin seemingly says that he's been on your radar for a couple of weeks?
Correct.
He doesn't seem to be wanted for anything criminal, but kind of talk to us about, your, I guess, review of him from before.
Yeah, anytime we get information like that, we do a threat assessment. We try as very quickly as possible to make our people aware that may come in future contact with him, aware that the guys made these statements. As the bulletin states, it was a friend of his that actually gave us that information, and everything he gave us proved to be true today.
Can you say whether either of the deputies have ever been involved in a deadly force situation before?
I don't believe they have, no.
What measures do you take at this point other than, and I know they go on administrative leave, is there any kind of counseling that's required?
Yeah, they will go through critical incident stress debriefing.
When your first deputy, the one that had the confrontation, was he aware of the bulletin that there was a bulletin out about this guy?
I don't know that at this time. Our protocol is to go through all the evidence, and we don't interview anybody until we've gathered all of that, so we have all of the right questions to ask. So at this time, I don't know that answer.
As for the people that were inside, the clerk and the customer that were in the shop, did they feel threatened, or they just noticed that this guy was acting drunk or irrational?
Well, the clerk obviously felt threatened by the fact that the guy was drunk, was buying more beer, and was headed out to his car to drive. So the clerk was obviously aware of the need to let the deputy know that this guy probably shouldn't be driving.
But did they recognize that he had potential to be violent? Is he threatening them?
I
personally?
couldn't tell you at this point. We're still investigating that.
Sheriff, how common are these bulletins that you put out?
Fairly frequently. It might be a threat on law enforcement. It might be a threat on somebody from the courts. And so as soon as we get that information, we share it not only with our people, but other agencies as well.
You feel there's heightened sensitivity when it comes to these things now?
Pardon?
You feel there's heightened sensitivity when it comes to these things now, things like this, threatening an officer, especially with what we've seen going on around the country?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly, today is certainly more dangerous than it was when I started in this business 44 years ago. Definitely a lot more dangerous. Any other questions? Thank you very much.